Hey campers, Gary here from Camping Guru UK. So I've not seen a video about this Asta Gear quilt. It's a down quilt. You can look up the specs. Pretty sure, if I remember rightly, the fill power was about 750 or 800, something like that. I don't know if this label says anything on there. Comfort rating, I think, is about 10 degrees C. But I tell you what, we're up in the Lake District, and I could see my breath on what? Last night, night before. I could see my breath inside the tent, whatever temperature that was. I think it was 6, 7, 8 degrees, something like that. This thing does come in 2 weights. This is the lightest one, which I bought really for summer use. You can see the shape of the baffling, which tends to keep the down, which when you're inside and looking through the fabric, which by the way is only something like a, I don't know, 10 denier, if that, not even that, probably 7 denier nylon. I mean, it's so thin. It's supposed to have a slight water repellency to it, which I would say that's right, because I had a little bit of condensation up against the side of the sleeping bag, or sorry, quilt. I've never had a quilt before, and what I decided to do was buy a quilt of that sort of weight. Now bearing in mind, you buy one of those American brand versions with exactly the same spec as this, with the exact same weight, all the rest of it, you'd be paying double, if not triple. This thing, I think, only cost me 65 quid, 70 quid, no, not even that. Have a look on AliExpress, it's so cheap. First time I've used a quilt, absolutely loved it. What I have bought is a similar weight sleeping bag with a similar pack size, similar down filling, all the rest of it. So if I was going away and it was getting down to sort of 0 degrees centigrade, I'd take both. Packs up about the same size as a reasonable sleeping bag that goes down to 0 degrees, and I'd have the option of doing whatever I wanted. Sleeping bag on its own, quilt on its own, or both together. So yeah, really impressed. As you can see, quilt with straps. One thing, it only came with 3 of these straps, whereas there's actually, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 fixing points. You'd never use all 6 fixing points, but I think 3 straps, maybe not quite enough. You maybe want 4. I reached out to Asta Gear, they sent me a couple with an order of little pegs that I placed with them, and they sent me another 3 straps, so I got all the straps I could ever need. But I would say if they included 4 straps, that would be perfect. May well have noticed this little flap here. That's so you can undo that, undo a bungee cord, undo a little string and slip it over your head, and wear it as a bit like a poncho around camp if you need to. It's not something I think I'll do, but who knows. You've got a draw cord at the top, which I've not used. You've got a draw cord at the bottom if you want to sort of pull that in. I'm not going to use the word cinch it in, bloody cinch it in. Anyway, and it's also got a zip from here up to about here. So maybe the first, 1.5 foot, there's a zip, so you can make a foot box there. Cracking, really good. Packs up tiny, weighs nothing, costs very little. And as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen a video on YouTube of the Asta Gear quilt. I'm actually really pleased I bought this one and not the slightly heavier weight one. I already had that other sleeping bag. I suppose if I didn't have the other little down sleeping bag, I possibly would have gone for the slightly heavier weight one. If I remember rightly, I think this weighs about 600 grams. You have to look it up. And the slightly heavier one, maybe 700 grams, 750. Anyway, that's Gary from Camping Guru UK. Usual old waffle. If you want to like it, like it. If you want to subscribe, hit the bell, do so. If not, don't. Not really that bothered. but I do want you to enjoy it. So any comments, put them in down below and I'll reply to you. Cheers.